Hi, hello. Eventually, I'm here. So I just had a little panic then. Um, so basically, yesterday, I've gone really shiny again. So basically, yesterday, Craig had a problem with his car. Well, his car's like been in the garage, in our garage, for like 5 months, 6 months. So the battery had gone flat. So anyway, he got some jump leads and we sort of sorted that out yesterday. And then he had a problem with the bonnet, that the bonnet wouldn't close properly, and then it got stuck and everything. So I had to use my phone as a torch. Um, so that was fine. And I'm on this iPhone 11 and I'm okay with it, but it's different where you put the torch bit on. And unbeknown to me, I've just discovered now that I'd clicked on the lock so I can't turn my phone landscape. So I just tried to do the go live on the YouTube, and it was like saying switch your phone to, and I'm thinking, hey, I've never had this before. But anyway, that was the problem. So it's Craig's fault, but he's not here, so he can't. He's not here, so he can't hear me. He's out on the bike, so I'll switch this round. Yeah, what a palaver. So I'm using the back of my grid paper today, to make use of it. Let's just sort that out. So yeah, that's why I had a little panic there. So thanks for bearing with me, and let's see who's on. Oh, very quiet today, which I did anticipate because a few of my ladies work in schools, so are back now. So I'm going to catch up at a later date. So let's see who's on. Hi Angela, hi Jill, hi Maria, hi Lorraine, and hi Julie from Pudsey. You're watching, then you're going to do 1, 2 and 3 together at 11. That'll be amazing. What a lovely crafty hour you'll have. Just as a note, Julie, these cards are a lot easier than the blue ones we did. The blue ones were very inky techniques and textures and things like that. When I do Christmas cards, I do sometimes do fancy ones, but it's more about doing easier ones that people can replicate, because we tend to need more Christmas cards, don't we? So because it's Christmas for everybody, whereas birthday cards are spread out sort of over the year, and other kinds of cards are spread out over the year, where Christmas is all at one time. So today, shock horror, you don't need your ink pad today, because we're going to make a card without any stamping today, which is quite unusual, seeing as I work for Stampin' Up. But yes, we are going to just use papers, and this is the card we're going to do. And you should have in your pack a card base. You should have another one piece of white that I've cut out for die cut from, and the die cut that I've cut out is going to be used on another card, week 5 I think. So you should have that, and then you should have a little strip of little snowflakes. Now there's more than what you need, but we've been very generous, Evan and I, when we cut these out. And I was going to show you something, and I didn't get it out. And I thought to myself, just as I was getting ready, I must show them that. And I haven't got it out, so I'm just going to reach over and try and find what I was going to show you without knocking seeing if I can, yeah, I found it. So that's good. So what I was going to show you is because people will probably ask hi Fiona, it's still using our papers, of course, where the die cut is from. And I actually wasn't going to get this set. It's on page 49 in the catalogue, which I'll show you. Okay, this was designed by a Stampin' Up demonstrator. So this is the stamp set that comes with this set of dies, and it's the Hippo Happiness. So it's great for kids. I don't have that many kiddie cards to make. It's got the hippo, the unicorn, the little sheep, balloons, butterfly. It's cute. Then I saw, and I thought, oh, I don't really need that. But then I saw the dies that go with it. Very, very clever. So obviously there are dies to cut out like those little animals, creatures. But the set of dies in here, let me just have a look how many, actually it says on here. A set of 25 dies in one set, which is huge. So what I got this set for, really, was for these lovely, these are fantastic. There's labels, 4 different labels. Then there's these other shaped ones, 3 of those. And then these ones are amazing too. So this is fantastic set. And it's really worth it to get the bundle, really, because you save money. So anyway, that is where the die is from. So a little bit of explaining for you there. So we're going to do this card, and the papers that we are going to use that you need is this one with all the words on. Very, very useful. Obviously mine's been cut down. Yours will be, you will have a full sheet. And then we need a bit of this one. It's got the little houses on the back if you need to find it. And then, of course, the one that we've been cutting the houses down from. So, why have I... Oh, I've got 2. I've got a red and a blue one there. Right, a red and a green one even. So... what we are going to do, I'm just wondering if I've used too many of this size houses. Anyway, I'm wondering if I cut into another sheet when I design these, but never mind, we'll see next week. We'll have to use some different ones. Okay, so I'm going to use that red one. And I'm going to use... oh, sorry, you can't see that. I'm going to use this one. So, if you want to, though, you could use a favourite house. Might have mine shape. Use one of these. You could use that one instead and just do one house. Yeah? And then I'm going to do a small tree. Okie doke. So I've got those ready, and then what we need to do is we need to cut a piece of this. Now what I would do is pop, it needs to be just a little bit bigger than the hole, yeah? So but you don't want to really see it. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to overlap it and pull that out a little bit, and then just cut. Or if you wanted to cheat it even better, you could go to your week 5 card, if you've got it close by, and there is this shape in your week 5 one, and you could cut it out and use it as a template. So that's about right, yeah. Can you see? I've just done, that's going to go behind there like that. We're all very quiet this morning. Oh, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would love that. And then, you know, it's really, really easy, today's card. But I like to show you different ways of using the dies and using the negative as well as the positive of the die. So I've used on here From Our Home to Yours, which I think is lovely to send to a neighbour. I'm going to go for this one here, Greetings of the Season. So you do need quite a nice length one, and if you need to send any to any people who live in France or Germany or the Netherlands, I think we've got on there. If you do need to send to anyone, then this is your paper that you need. So if anybody saw the dinosaur card I made for Ronnie next door, I took it round yesterday. He loved it. He loved his card. Now it's hard to cut this out when it's 2 greens together. because you can't see the line, but you just have to go for it. There we go. So we've done all our, well, we haven't done all our cutting out. So that's quite nice, the green one, because it's a bit more of a contrast to the blue sky. So let's cut these out. And again, whenever I'm cutting out things like this, I always leave a tiny little white border. Oh, hi Belinda. Thank you. These cards are a lot different to my last round of cards. We've gone for a lot simpler for these ones, and using the papers to full advantage. So there we go. So hi to ladies who might be watching on catch up. I've gone back to work. I know there's a few of you, and I know a couple of you are away as well. I've got a class tonight actually that's going live on YouTube at 7 if anyone wants to watch, craft along. It's on the Super Sunflowers. It's already filmed and uploaded and ready to go. Well, there's a lot of children playing out outside I can hear, so they haven't gone back to school yet. I know Evan's he's in his last year now, and he's registering. He's got to go in for an hour and a half today, and then he's not back in till Thursday. Okay, so I've cut everything out. Now, I've chosen, now just bear in mind this one has travelled, I've lost a couple of snowflakes along the way because it's been shoved in a bag. I've chosen, I don't know if you can see there, to layer this up with foam pads, because I find when you do a design like this and you're using like a negative image, it's nice to sort of create that kind of effect. So this piece of white is slightly smaller than your card base. Okay, your card base measures 10.5 across and this is 10 across. So what I do is I'm going to layer that on there, and I'm going to sneak in the blue paper behind it and see where I need it. Okay. Now, if you want to get this precise, you can, so that you know it's okay and you can't see. I can just put a little line there, a little pencil there, because we're not going to see that for the top. Oh, we're all really quiet today. We're cutting out. So this is sticking flat onto the card. It doesn't matter that I've not cut it out straight because no one's going to see. Okay, now I had to roll these all out by hand. Right, so what we're going to do now is on the back, so you can, the front's nicer because it's got the nicer stitching. I'm going to pop some foam pads. Now you do have to balance this out, so whenever I'm doing anything like this, I start with the corners, okay? And then I think, right, I need one there and one there to balance that out. And then I probably, because you've got quite a big space here to fill, I'm going to pop one there. I'm going to do that, okay? And I probably might do here. Now, what's really important is these bits down here, you pop some down there, but obviously they're too narrow to get one of our foam pads, so you've a couple of options. You can use some of the extra bits around the side, or you can actually cut the dimensionals in half. So do it while these aren't my ribbon scissors, do it while the backs are on them, and then you can pop that like that down there, yeah. Or you could use the mini, if you have the mini dimensionals, they would be perfect for this. Okay, so now we have to peel like 25,000 backs off the foam pads. You're making Di's lunch, Fiona. I thought I'd be like whizzing through this in 10 minutes, but I think I've managed to talk loads and it's 10 to 11 already. Next week we're going to do some tearing of card. I'm going to get you tearing, ripping card. Okay, so we now need to position this over there. Like so, all right? That's going to sit there like that. It almost looks a bit like a snow globe when you do that. And then these, I want to still sit on foam pads too, okay? So what I would do is just pop them in first and see that they fit like that. If you want to use the big house, and then this one I'm going to pop it slightly in front. If you want to use the big house and big tree, then you can do that. I love it when you send the photos through. I don't always get a chance to respond to all the pictures, but I really do appreciate when you send them through. Loving this card. Oh, chicken and beetroot sarnie. Oh, that sounds amazing, Fiona. I think we're having pasta with some leftover bits of chicken fajita in the pasta, what we had for tea last night. And then I'm just going to pop one half of a dimensional on there. I do love beetroot. And then that's going to sit in front of there. Look, my tree looks a bit wonky, but hey. Now there is a lot of space up there, so if you did want to do a bigger house, then you can do. And then that's just gonna. Now I have a little blob on here, so guess what? A sequin's going over there. So now I think you've got a strip of about 8 to 10 sequins. So I'll show you where these are in the catalogue. So I'm going to get this off and pop. Now they do look, there are sort of two different colours. They are, what's the word? Is it iridescent? So that they do look different depending on, some are more pinky, but then you turn it and then they look a bit bluey. So you can pop some on here to make them pop in the sky. Like that. And then they look pinky like that, and then they look a bit bluey, purpley when you do that. I'm just going to pop one down there. Like that. Okay. You don't really have to put them down here. I think I first did it because I got a blob or something, and I've still got 4 left on, so I wanted to cover it up with a sequin. So there's the finished card. Let me show you where these are. So in the mini catalogue, we've got the Trimming the Town section. the sequins are on page 29. They're not even actually called sequins. They're called snowflake adhesive backed embellishments. So there you go. But yeah, they're on page 29. So often people see these and think they have to go with the item that they're shared, you know, with, but they don't. They can go with anything. They can go with, so I like to move the items across the suites. So it does say adhesive backed iridescent. Did I say iridescent? Or did I say, I can't remember. Snowflake sequins, so it does say sequins. 260. So you get 130 of each of two colours. Now, one lot's iridescent and one lot's just jade apparently, but I think they all look a bit sparkly. So you get 260 and they're £5.50. So they are there in the mini catalogue, and they can go with lots and lots and lots of projects. So that's today's card. Just a note about next time's coffee and card. If you can let me know, it's a lot quieter, and I appreciate that some people wanted to do the Christmas, and that's fine. Thank you to those who've booked. I just did the autumn one just to get some sort of male themed cards in and to do something a bit different. So I'm going to do some different style of cards. So this is the one we're going to do. One of the ones we're going to do a slimline one, which just reminded me I need to source some envelopes for this one. And there is an option with the dies or without the dies. You can of course mix up the sentiments, and I'm going to be including 2 ink pads this time, mint macaron and Cajun craze, because a lot of you have got the early espresso from the second round of coffee and card that we did, the thank you one. It would be useful to have that too if you don't have it. So thank you to those of you who've booked on. If you haven't, you can book on my website, events.thepaperhaven.co.uk. I need to close the bookings off for that probably this weekend coming. We will be starting on the 29th of September, and then the one after that is definitely another Christmas one. And then I'm thinking about doing some tags. Maybe, I don't know. I might do that as an extra. So yeah, so that's next coffee and card. What else do I need to tell you? So tonight I'm showing these cards. That's on tonight. The Super Sunflowers, if you want to join me. I'll be sharing the sunflowers set and doing some watercolouring, and I'll be doing the split cards, showing you how to do the split cards, and I've got a cool technique as well for doing the little splatters if you don't have the stamp. So that's a really nice little trick to join in and watch. And then I've got Gorgeous Gnomes on the 20th. I've no class this Saturday, so I've got one tonight instead of Saturday. But if you want to do the class on Saturday, you can in your own time. I haven't got a class on Saturday. My next class after the sunflowers, apart from the coffee and card, is 26th of September, which is the gnomes. And then I've got my weekend retreat day on the 3rd of October, which is World Card Making Day, and I've still got places left on that. So if you want to take part in that, then please let me know, because that's going to be a lovely day, and some of that's going to be on Zoom, so you can sort of communicate with others too on that one. So yeah, so that's all for today. You've been a quiet bunch this morning. You've been busy. So I hope you get caught up, Julie, with all your cards. I look forward to seeing your creations, and thank you for joining me this morning. I've managed to string it out till almost 11 o'clock. And I will see you all next Tuesday, or hopefully on Thursday night for Paper Crafts and Piano, or hopefully you might join me this evening for the sunflowers. Okay, thanks Fiona, thanks Jill. So I'll see you soon, girls. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.